Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Hi guys, I'm back. Actually, I pushed the button to start like 30 seconds ago, but it takes YouTube like 30 seconds to wake up when I start the stream, so my apologies to those who leapt in furiously on the Twitch, waiting for me to show up and having to wait for, a bit. Understand we have new Black Lion weapon skins available. Chromatic, I think. No. These are the same ones. Where were we seeing the chromatics? Huh. They've not changed the display. Don't know why. Oh, those are the chromatics. Okay, those are the chromatics. There we go. Yeah. Dagger's nice. The dagger is nice. I may have to pick up at least one of these. The dagger, that's the war horn. That's not bad. Oh, the focus is pretty cool. Yeah. The torch isn't bad with the color in particular. Oh, definitely the, yeah. The staff for sure. Gotta love a nice good old-fashioned scythe. Good evening. All right, meet Tybalt at Yang Eisen's estate. Yang Eisen's estate is here in Lion's Arch, over there. But sadly, you may note, I do not have the closest waypoint. Good evening to you. Why is that not working? What? Oh, that's why it's not working. Okay. Right. Arc DPS is broken, therefore I have disabled the DLL required to run it until it's fixed. That DLL is also needed for the mount wheel. Oop, this way. And grab the waypoint first before we forget. And then we'll go in. Good evening to you all. I have adult leisure beverages this evening. I ate a little bit too much. And because, as was correctly pointed out by Mr. I think his name was Thanos, perfectly in balance, as all things should be. So, if I've eaten too much, clearly I need to drink too much. That's easy. That's just science.
The door was locked when I got here. Good thing I was raised Iron Legion.
Hi, Tybalt. There you go.
No sign of Yang. You check the top floor. I'll head for the basement.
I'll check the top floor. The bed's been slept in recently. It's unmade. Well, we don't know if it's been slept in recently. We just know it's unmade. Maybe it's been unmade for months. The wardrobe contains heavy leather clothing, the kind mercenaries and animal keepers wear. Also the kind certain, let's just say, sexual peccadillos also require. The ledger contains a detailed or possibly deleted list of creatures for the arena. There's one column for creatures captured and another for creatures sold. Look at creatures sold. Only one recent entry, a variety of gravelings from Ascalon and creatures captured. Lately, Yang captured rock dogs, breeze riders, and skelk. The last capture was from a few days ago. No creature type is listed. That's interesting.
I think I found something.
Hey, Knob Knox, how you doing tonight?
There's a tunnel beyond this pile of rocks. Help me clear it and we'll see where it goes.
I will use my sword for breaking through rock. I'm just tough like that.
This place is a mess. Yang always took care of his animals. Something's gone very wrong. He was nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Stick close to me, okay? Yang Eisen used to put on big gladiatorial contests with his beasts.
We're
I heard he
headed
even
towards
sponsored a few
Claw
of the old
Island.
Destiny's Edge bouts. This must
Eventually.
be where Yang kept his monsters. He took really good care of them. Better than his employees, that's for sure.
No sign of him, though. Would he abandon all these animals to starvation?
No way. Like I said, Yang liked animals better than he
Threw a
liked
tenner at
people.
Guild Wars 2 to get an
He's
additional
always looking for
character
new
slot, so
creatures
you
to
could play
train.
another character. I only had
I wouldn't be
5.
surprised
Quickly
if he
noticed
finally
that
found
not having
something he
shelled out
couldn't
$100
tame.
for the expansions,
Very
they had
possible.
preciously little to
Maybe
do.
something in the cages will give us a clue to what's happening.
Yeah, that would be true. Yeah. I mean, you've got access to fractals, I think. You have access to Living World Season 1. Oh, whoops.
They're running from something. Whatever's back there, it's meaner than they are.
Also, if you'd like a funny but true and kind of weird fact, there are large bags that are available in game, but it turns out, for most purposes, the bags themselves are so expensive, wow, to get the components for them, that you're actually better off buying a character slot with gems and putting bags on that new character. Because the materials for buying, for making the higher tier bags cost so much gold, you could use that gold, buy gems, and buy another character slot. Oh, well, there's a chicken. I currently have my pet out as an undead chicken, so I wonder how the chicken and my undead chicken are going to get along. Oh, more mobs. They're coming.
Another time.
A couple more breeze riders. Shadow Skelk and a breeze rider. Thanks, Tybalt. Glad you could wake up and take part. So what class is the character going to be, Nodnox? Well, we've completed off another one of our dailies. 3 combo skills. All right. Renown Heart. Elite Enemy. Elite Enemy, I think we'll manage pretty quick. I think the enemy in here that we end up fighting is an elite. There's a corpse. Care to guess who? Yang Eisen.
That's him. It's Yang Eisen. Wow, he's seen better days. He was killed recently. Be careful. Whatever it was, it might still be there. Over there. Fast and brute. Kill them all.
No, it's just a regular creature, although a tougher one than usual. A risen creature. Tybalt. Nice.
It's Orion.
I actually have
That monster was from
a
Orion.
present
It
here.
can't be. Not here. Not in Lion's
Not a
Arch.
present, you know, but a
Calm
useful
down.
kind of present.
Have you seen one of those before?
It's really rare. Some kind of special scout. I read about the only
It
other
is a
sighting of one when I
core
worked the
guardian
Railroads.
build that
Lightbringer.
in
That
standard
operative saw it in Port Stalwart
raid
before Zytan's
group
minions
standard
wiped out the
group
town.
conditions can do 30k
Zytan only
and
sends
top
them when he's
damage
about
would
to
be
send in
around
his whole
40k,
army.
and it's a
Lion's
one
Arch is in
button
danger.
build
Tybalt,
for core
Are you
guard, so
absolutely
it doesn't need
sure
any of the
about
elite
this?
specs.
Trust me.
I was
We
just
need
looking
to
at it
warn the
earlier
Lion
today.
Guard. Meet me at their fortress on Claw Island, and let's hope we're not too late.
What's on Claw Island?
I think Guardian's the most fun of those.
Claw Island Fortress
Engineer,
stands in the harbor of
has
Lion's
got,
Arch.
you really
It's the last
kind of
defense against
need,
invasion from the sea.
I think, one of the elite
Saitan's
specs.
going
Core
to attack
Guardian
the
is
city.
pretty solid.
Its minions will have to fight their way past the fort.
Well, Engineer, you're generally going to be swapping, although not necessarily weapons. You're going to be doing kit swapping a lot. Let me take just a second to find that URL. History. Search. Is that it? No, that's not it. Oh. But, fine. It is a hammer build. I can tell you that. Let me get back. There we go. We're back in our current state. It is... I know it uses zeal, virtues, and either valor or honor, I think. No, zeal, radiance, and virtues, or zeal, radiance, and honor. For leveling, it does have a very straightforward leveling option. Greatsword is great. I've used Greatsword so much in my Guardians. This is not as good as what I'm currently using. But we have 6 bags. Our odds of getting something useful out of the bags pretty good. Can't. Can't. Also can't. 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 And the chest piece is actually better, so we'll wear that. At least we got one.
Power flow at 30%. Rerouting.
6. There we go. One of the reasons that my most played character is Guardian was because just the basic rotation of 3-4-2, 3 to jump into combat, 4 and that blinds to everything, so their first attack's going to miss. 4 to drop down a seal, which does damage, decreases the Condi damage you take, and also gives vulnerability to them. And then Greatsword, a big spinning attack that does more damage the closer you are to them. So if you can get inside their hitbox, it does a whole bunch of damage. Just those 3 buttons got me through most of the game. Back when I was a very bad player, as opposed to today when I'm a player. And because this has a new item of attire, you know that means new dies. Come on, give me something nice. Daddy deserves a nice die combo. I mean, the armor is red. We'll assume I have enameled it Crimson Lion. The other 2 colors are Midnight Rust and Winter Frost. The Winter Frost isn't bad, as that looks pretty metallic for the chainmail. So we'll assume that the sort of steel armor has all been enameled red. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. All right, meet the Mentor on Claw Island. We're off to Claw Island. Back when I was a bad player, like I was just talking about, I did Claw Island a few times, and I absolutely freaking hated it because I died so much. Because I was bad. I'm not saying I'm good. That's important to me that you know that I'm not saying I'm good, but I'm no longer bad. There's no shame in being bad, by the way. Got loads of nice dies from your birth, and the bubblegum and taffy, yep. The third one I got out of the pack, because it's 9, 10, and 11 years. The third one was Limesicle. The one I'll be getting next is the orange. The bubblegum and taffy are really... They're not for everybody, and they're not for all uses, but they are very, very cool dies. And so many nice dice from the birthday presents, isn't it? It's just really, really fun. Alright, and we need to go over there. That's as close as we can get. I think you'll, if you enjoyed Warrior, I think you'll enjoy Guardian.
I'm not interested in whatever you're selling, sorry.
Yeah, probably because I'm not
Who are you?
level 80. Also, probably because he's a jerk. Well, yes, I will enter the Battle of Claw Island. God, I hated this way back when. Because I death marched this sucker back
The
in the
creature
day.
we found hadn't been in Lion's Arch long. We may still have time. We have to find the Watch Commander and convince him to ready the defenses.
Now, there's never been anything in the game I hated as much as the very last instance for Living World Season 3.
Do you smell it?
Well, no.
I'd only done it once, and my guess was, and I was just
I don't like
ballpark guessing, that it took me 120 to 140 kills, me dying, to kill the boss. I got partway through and I said, you know, I either finish it now or I never ever finish it. So I stuck with it for like an hour and a half dying. Chain dying. I went back and did it a second time, I don't know, maybe a year ago. 9 months. I died once. Oh, it's changed and I'm better. I'm way better. My builds are better and I'm way better. I was, like I said, I was bad at the time.
I've researched the
However,
situation
at that time, a
extensively.
lot of other
The
people
Orient
also
will
had
strike
problems
here
with it.
on Plor Island.
Thank you for meeting with us, Watch Commander Talon. We have grave news. One of Zaitan's minions breached the city. We destroyed it. But the creature was likely scouting for a much bigger force. An attack is imminent.
A what?
So yeah,
That's extremely
doing it
unlikely.
where I died once because I was a
We've
little
seen no
careless
sign of an impending attack.
shouldn't have died
If
at
there
all.
was to be one, we know
Makes it a much more interesting and fun
Tibble
thing.
left paw.
Actually makes it
is
cool,
you, my friend.
as opposed
I
to
should have known
the
your
most
order would be
frustrating thing
aware
I've
of the
ever played
danger.
in my life.
Cogs and gears. It's Traherne. We're lucky you're on the island. Convince this guy that we're serious. First, let me introduce you to my partner. One of the truest and most loyal friends I've ever had.
That's me, all right.
Lightbringer.
I'll give you my
This is
profile.
Traherne, one of the Sylvari
Pretty distinguished,
firstborn.
isn't it?
He is Tyria's foremost scholar on Zaitan and Or, and a friend of the Order.
A fleet of dead ships has launched from the Straits of Devastation.
If you're
The risen
if you're
sails
going to
beneath
get
the cloak of stealth.
the
Whatever you've seen, it can't be a real threat.
the expansions
Claw
and you
Island
want to
can
follow the
withstand
story,
any assault.
yes. Otherwise,
Speak for my
I would
commander,
say
Brack
you
and
can.
Mira. Once you
There
review
are
our
some parts that are
defenses,
worth
you'll
mostly
realize
Living
there's
World
nothing to
Season
fear.
4.
Look at me, Traherne. I'm out and about
Living
on a
World
mission.
Season 3 adds a bunch of
Field agent
maps.
at last.
Living World
Congratulations,
Season
Tibble.
4
I
adds a
know
bunch
how
of
much you
maps, but
want it.
also
You
adds
should
the
get out
mount
from under all
for
those books and join us. You're starting to look all wilted.
Roller Beetle and the
It's
Sky
good to see
Scale.
you, my friend.
If you don't mind,
I would definitely look at. I would, if you're in no hurry to get it or get to it, I would wait for a sale because they do have the sales occasionally. Living World Season 1 is free. No, just to have those mounts. If you want the Roller Beetle, I think that's Living World Season 4, like Chapter 3. And for the Sky Scale, with a caveat, the original version of the Sky Scale, you had to have all of Living World Season 4. Now that's not true. Now you can get it with Secrets of the Obscure. The expansion allows you an alternate path to get the Sky Scale. You get the Raptor mount for, I believe, a 10-hour loaner. with a new character or an old character when they hit a level 0, a 10, 20, 30, 40 type level. If you buy Path of Fire, the first mission gives you the first mount permanently, the Raptor mount. End of Dragons gives you access to the Raptor mount and the Bunny mount, but not the Masteries. Basically, if you want the mounts, you should buy Path of Fire. Path of Fire also gives you Heart of Thorns. Again, I believe that one is $30. I was wrong when I was saying 20, a couple streams past. And it's $15 when it's on sale, and it's put on sale pretty often.
I've heard the rumors.
Hi, Deputy
Be on
Brack.
alert. The Orions are planning a major attack against Claw Island.
You tell him,
Tell the
Traherne.
Watch Commander Talon that the gunnery emplacements are ready. The fortress here on Claw Island houses more 24-pounders than a ship of the line. We'll be ready to fight the Orions. Don't doubt that.
I doubt
Check on
that.
Deputy Mira. She's in charge of the beach patrols.
I press
The
F to
Lion Guard
doubt
don't
repeatedly.
Understand. This won't be a sortie. It'll be a massacre.
Money's a tad tight. Just noticed that you burnt through nearly 8K this month. Like I said, there's no reason to hurry unless you specifically have the burning urge to play the content right now. Also, all of the Living World story stuff can be purchased for gems, and gems can be purchased for gold. So if you have a lot of gold, you can buy them for gems. And also, the Living World Season 1 stuff is all already free to everyone. So you have access to that already.
Welcome to Beach Patrol, the most dangerous duty on Claw
She
Island.
said duty.
Deputy, a massive attack is on its way from Orr. You must prepare your troops.
If we fall, our last order is to light those 3 signal towers. We have to warn Lion's Arch if the
Hey, Vorp.
fortress is lost.
Good evening.
In 100 years, they've never once been lit. We're very proud.
Claw Island.
Deputy Mira, sound the alarm. There are undead on the beach.
If an invasion's really coming, we'll need everyone on the island to hold the line.
Stand in the place where you live. Now face north.
Buster!
Undead
That
scum.
wasn't much of a fight. Traherne, I thought you said the attack would be significant.
It was a feint. They're testing your defenses. More will come, and soon.
Makes sense. Report to Watch Commander Talon and tell the men to be ready.
I'll report to the Watch Commander, Talon.
I have studied all my life. I have been drawn to
All your life, Traherne. You're like 20. Literally. His entire species only woke up like 20 years ago. His whole life.
Even with all my research, we still know so little about defeating them.
By the way, no mounts in instanced space in the core game, so that's why I'm having to hoof it the whole way.
Paltry attack.
A paltry
It
attack.
barely ruffled our
Yeah,
feathers.
yeah.
Is that all they
Is that all they brought?
There will be more, much more. Keep watching the sea.
You're a scholar, not a general, firstborn. Why should we trust you?
You're an idiot, not a scholar, that's why.
Ready on the wall. Hostiles incoming.
Dead boats, dead boats. What you gonna do?
Reach the wall. We're being over.
Goofy looking trebuchets, I've got to say.
They're catapulting abominations onto the western wall. Repel the invaders!
Let's see. I guess we'll start over here. All these risen A-bombs. We no line of sight.
Buster!
too slow. My dodge was too slow. I didn't get out of the way in time. I feel shame.
Strong. Another time.
I missed. Oh, come on. That was horse crap. He got stuck on something when I dodged, and he kept... Wow. That's horse pucky. I'm going to stick with that as the description.
Reinforcements requested.
Come on, just one more tick. Thank you. I'm feeling much better now. One more A-bomb. Sorry, 2 more A-bombs. Oh, almost one. Find and revive Deputy Mira. Goofy but terrifying. Imagine the smell and tons of dead fish just dropping from above. If only they were fish. But you're right about the smell. Rotting flesh. Oh, whoops. Regroup with Commander Talon and then go protect him. Right. Wait. They skipped the part where I have to revive Deputy Mira. That's interesting. Or maybe one of the NPCs revived her?
Mira, how stand the beach?
Because she's down on the beach and
a lot
always
of good
is dead.
soldiers with them. We
Normally
have
you
to
used to
light
have
the
to run down there
watchtowers.
manually and revive her.
Let Lion Charge think we've lost? No, Mira. Not yet. Claw Island's withstood much worse.
Really? When did Claw Island
Get on a
withstand an
Trevor's
assault by the undead?
That ship in the harbor holds their reinforcements. Sink it!
Yeah, we'll sink it. Oh, wait, what do you mean? They're undead. They'll just walk across the bottom of the freaking bay. Haven't you watched Pirates of the Caribbean? Oh my god, these people are just incompetent. All right, first of all...
Die by my hand.
No! All right, that was me being dumb. I'm going to take the full blame for that one.
Well done.
Gotta kill him, and then we'll kill this other one here, and then we get to use the Trebucket, as it is often mispronounced by the people who don't pay attention.
Bastard brute! I feel strong!
All right. Give me the Treb. Almost lined up. That appears to be lined up pretty well. We want to pull it back almost all the way, and I think it takes 2 hits. Good evening. We are on Claw Island. Yep, there it is. 2 hits. Trying to knock back and defeat the undead, and we've sunk their ship. So we obviously have won the day and have nothing to worry about, except all the other ships that just popped up by the half dozen. So, it's possible we now have an issue. A little bit.
Die by my hand.
More undead. We just got to kill them, you know. The smell, by the way. Oh my god. It is so awful. This character is level 65. And this is the level 50 storyline quest. You get a storyline quest every 10 levels.
Talon, this is no normal attack. The Lion Guard cannot hold. We're overwhelmed.
Claw Island has stood for nearly 100 years. It cannot fall.
This is part of the core game.
We'll fight them to the last soldier, to the last sword. We'll
Ah,
never
Shaun of the Dead from Twitch. Welcome.
Medic! We need a medic over here. Commander Talon.
Hold on. You'll be all right.
Quiet, Mira. Soldiers don't need lies.
All right, you're dead meat.
Retreat to the city. Tell the Commodore. We did all we could.
By your will, Commander. I swear to you, this isn't over.
Mira, the island is overwhelmed. We have to evacuate the Lion Guard and ignite the watchtowers to warn the city.
No.
Exactly, famous
You'll
last
never
words
make it to
indeed.
the beacon with these risen monstrosities chasing you. We'll have to fight our way back. The Lion Guard will make a stand in the courtyard while you go for the tower. God's willing, the Risen will be too busy fighting us to stop
God's willing, the human gods actually
Your bravery is
almost
commendable,
all have
Deputy
left
Mirror,
the planet.
but your soldiers cannot survive a
Elvis
protracted
has left the
battle
building and
against
the
this
gods
many
have left the
undead.
planet.
It's the duty
One
of
of them
every
comes
Lion
back,
Guard
and
to lay
one of
down our
them's
lives to
sort of
protect
hanging
our
around.
city. If that's what it takes, that's exactly what
one's
we'll do. We'll rally
out
in
like
the
a
courtyard.
shot.
You light the warning beacons.
Oh, we're afraid that if we confront the dragons, we'll destroy the world. So we're leaving. Good luck. Bye.
For one last stand.
No idea about the lore. I have learned over time a healthy chunk, but most of it is Guild Wars 2 stuff. Not much in the way of the Guild Wars 1 stuff, which is where I would say actually the majority of the lore kind of hangs out.
Buster. This one, kill.
Missed me, loser. We're heading up to the watchtower to set a light to our warning, and I've just remembered that it's grail shaped. Just kidding. The pesky dragons is not a bad summary, actually.
Nice and lean. Find another one. Strong.
There are a bunch of elder dragons. They're really powerful. They rise every few thousand years and basically destroy everything, consume all the magic, and they go back to sleep. Now they're waking up. That's kind of where Guild Wars 2 starts off. Like 100 years ago, the undead dragon arose from his sleep, and he basically pulled the anti-Atlantis and brought the sunken kingdom of Or back from the bottom of the sea, causing huge floods. And these are his minions, the undead minions of the Dragon of Death, Zaitan. And here, let me light the beacon on top of the watchtower, which is grail-shaped. Movie reference. And so the core story for core gameplay is about facing and defeating Zaitan. Heart of Thorns is Mordramoth. The Jungle Dragon. Number 3 is actually not a dragon directly, although Living World Season 4 is a dragon, and Iceberg Saga is 2 dragons. Yeah, a lot of dragons. We have no shortage of dragons, my friends.
I feel
Strong. Help the Lion Guard hold out against the Risen. And I can't remember. This may be I've got to kill a certain number of mobs, or maybe time-based or something before we get progress here. I don't recall exactly what it is.
Oh, that has to hurt.
Playing little by little, a couple of hours a day. Game keeps surprising me. Didn't know there were elite specs. Yes, there is. 3 for each class. And what they do is they allow for a narrowing of focus. So, for instance, one of them may emphasize healing. For instance, for Guardian, the first one gave access to a really good ranged weapon, where ranged wasn't really an option before that. Reaper, yep. Reaper is extremely strong right now for Necro. Dragon Hunter is what I have played most of my time on. For a long time, Dragon Hunter wasn't very good. It's pretty good right now. Yeah, similar to the Ascensions from PoE. And we have an actual dragon that's shown up.
Creature's breath attack could corrupt you.
My eyes! My eyes! I can't see. By Cormier, it burns.
I will show you a little bit of that in a sec. So they'll sort of change up the nature of the class. So for Guardian, for instance, Dragon Hunter added a really good ranged weapon. Firebrand added improved healing and a lot of condition damage. And the third one is Willbender, and Willbender adds a lot of mobility options to the class, which didn't really have them.
The Dragon's servants will never let our ship sail. If they surround the docks, they'll slaughter us. Zaitan's forces will grow.
Our soldiers are too injured to fight. They can barely walk. We can't form a defense and still get them all aboard.
I haven't always lived bravely, but I think I'd like to die that way.
What? Tybalt, what are you planning?
After I lost my hand, I joined the Order of Whispers.
I have
Because
played a
the
little
Jar
bit of
thought I was
Druid. It's
useless.
one of the
Nobody needs a shaky
elite specs I've
engineer.
played least. They recently
I said I
added
wanted to fight the
a
dragon,
good
and I
DPS element to
Then I
Druid,
spent
where
6
previously it was
years as a
mostly only
researcher,
healing.
Never facing my fears. Never even trying.
Matrix,
Nobody believed
which
I had
message?
courage. Not even me. And then you came along. You trusted me then, my friend. I need you to trust me now.
Oh, if I was into Call of Duty games, the new
Go.
Black Ops 6
There's
looks
no
fun.
time to argue.
I saw an ad for it today, or heard an ad for it today. I haven't seen it yet. I am not much for FPS. I would never say no to them, but I'm not generally. My hand-eye coordination isn't as good as it used to be, and it was never great to begin with. We're losing Tybalt.
Mira is in bad shape.
So if that was your message, I could see that message.
Lion Guard,
I just missed
follow
it.
me. Hurry, to the ships. This sacrifice shall not be in vain.
So for instance, the way you actually access elite specs is as you level up, you'll put points into your skills, you'll put points into your specializations, and here's where you choose eventually your elite specializations to put points in. And then you'll have 1 line, 2 line, 3 lines of specializations that you choose with different traits. The elite specialization line will have to go with the Buster. So, for example, as Snoopy asked, have I played Druid? I haven't played that much. Druid used to mostly be a healing spec, or almost exclusively be a healing elite spec for Ranger. But they've given it good damage options now as well. Not great, but good. The other 2 elite specs for Ranger are Soul Beast, which allows you to take your pet into yourself, and where maybe it was a spider that could spit venom, you get a couple of venom attacks added to your kit, as well as some other buffs. sorry, that's Soul Beast, and then there's Untamed, where basically you can be untamed or your pet can be untamed, and you'll both get buffs that way. It's a little less obvious as the Guardian. The Guardian was pretty obvious. You get a bow and ranged attacks, you get fire attacks, and you get mobility, being sort of in a single sentence what those specs provide that you didn't have before. Some of the elite specs are a little easier to put in a sentence than others. Necromancer, for instance. Reaper gets a great sword and a whole bunch of very cool straight power attacks, straight damage. And the second one was Scourge, which has a bunch of shields it can throw up and a bunch of condition damage. And then the newest one was Harbinger, and Harbinger gets a pistol and has either healing and buffing or damage options. So obviously, you need 3 of each character, 1 of each elite spec. No, not really. I have those because I'm mental. You can have all 3 specs on your character. Obviously, you can only have 1 chosen at a time, because they have to go in that bottom line of the spec tree. Alright, we need to clear out the last few thralls here. Follow me. And follow me. And you too.
I make a pretty good team.
I make a pretty good team? That sounds a little bit arrogant, I have to say.
Strong.
Alright. We're on the boat. And we're out of here. That is Claw Island. You already checked a ton of videos about elites. You're stunned. You wish you had time for all this. Maybe I'll be 80 and run through most of the campaign before the new expansion. New expansion is about... It is 69 days out. I know. Nice. But anyway, that's according to... Pardon me. The vault. I'll show you that in a sec. I will also show you about the Wizard's Vault, which you do not have to have Secrets of the Obscure to use, but you get more options with Secret of the Obscure. I'll show it just as soon as we're back in LA, in Lion's Arch. This is a reason to do dailies. You click up here, Wizard's Vault. Shift H will get you there. These are the dailies. You get 5 options. You have to do 4 out of the 5. Each of them, well, logging in gets you 5 points. Each of these gets you 10, and completing it gets you 15, 20? 20 more. There are weeklies you can do. If you get 6 out of the 9 done, I think, you get 50 points each and 450 Astral Acclaim. And then there are some in the special category that can give you batches. What you can do then is you can expend these Astral Rewards. You don't have access to everything if you don't have Secrets of the Obscure, but you will have access to some stuff. So, for instance, you will be able to buy 3 pieces of Ascended Armor and 1 Ascended Weapon every quarter. You'll be able to buy gold, in-game gold, for, it's 6, I think. Where is it? 6 for a bag. Come on, where is it? Where is it? There. So you can spend up to 540 of these points, and you have no limit on the points. If you hit 1,300, you have to spend to get under 1,300. They don't allow you to bank up a whole bajillion. But you can spend 540 points, and that'll get you 90 gold. 6 points for every gold. So for a new player, 90 gold is a significant chunk of change. You could buy, for 9, you can buy Mystic Coins, and those sell for good gold each. Currently, probably close to 2 gold each. So there are a lot of options for additional stuff you can get here that reward you for doing daily and weekly achievements. They give you access to stuff. It took me years before I got my first Ascended Weapon. Literally years. Until I got a random Ascended drop from one of the world bosses. before Secrets of the Obscure, I think I had 2 pieces of Ascended armor. Now, I've got a couple characters that are full Ascended armor. So it gives you access to stuff that was hard to get earlier, but you do have to do your dailies or your weeklies if you want to get a lot of the stuff. And you can even get some stuff like this skimmer skin once you've got the skimmer mount.
Spending our money.
Why is that? The city looks beautiful.
What are you two gossiping about?
I'm just saying, a lavish waterfront may not be the best.
We got a
use for
key.
reconstruction.
Our reward.
After
Let's see.
everything
Power,
Lions
precision,
Arch has been
ferocity.
through,
Yes, please.
I think a makeover is just
We wear that. It's technically an item of attire. So we'll use a new batch of dyes. Can't wear that. Can't. It's the exact same thing. Can't use that. We can use that. 560, 583. Yeah. That one. Harpoon we cannot use. And these are the exact same boots we're already wearing. Disappointing.
Affirmative.
Okay. Consume. Consume. Stick it away. So we're got. We have another box. Another Black Lion chest to open up and see if we can get a goodie. Well, we'll get some goodies. We'll see whether we get a good goodie. I have mail. Special Ops. By decoding a complex pattern of obscure marks, you read the following message. All available operatives are recalled effective immediately. Meet in Lion's Arch near the sewer exit in the Agora. Right. Well, before we do that, Black Lion chest.
How are you?
How are you? And here comes my Black Lion chest spiel again. I've been running a lot of maps and getting a lot of map completion rewards, so. Anyway. We will get a Black Lion statuette, which is a currency that can be used to buy a lot of Black Lion cosmetics and stuff. Nashblade Dragon Coffer, which is current festival stuff. We'll get 2 commons. Good ones are the unlocks. Maybe the dies if we get lucky. The crafting bags are useful. Black Lion claim ticket scrap's nice. A couple of the others aren't bad. A couple of them aren't bad. The uncommons are a really good set right now. The Shimmering Aurora set. Here's the rifle, what it looks like. They're a very cool, if slightly over-the-top looking set. The rare set is a not anywhere near as good-looking set in my estimation. Not that it's not good-looking, it's well-crafted. It's just not anywhere. I was going to say it's not as cool, but since it's snowing, you might say it's colder, but not as cool. And then the super rares, which I'll never get. Here we go. Yeah, we'll get when I press the open button, we'll get a common, and what we're looking for is a 5th box to appear right there. That'll mean we got an uncommon or better. 10%, 1 in 10. Here we go.
That
Nope.
looks valuable.
So, we got a Black Lion Lockbreaker kit. I always take the Chak Acid here. I have another method for getting machetes. I get one of those a day anyway.
Seek, and you shall find.
I will put the
My word.
currency of the Black Lion statuette away. We have the Nashblade Coffer. Again, we can get a look. Festival stuff. Some stuff of intermediate value. The rares, a couple things in there are cool. And then the super rares are awesome. But the odds are long.
You can never have too much treasure.
No. This one I think sells for $1.50. Yep. So that's the best thing out of the Nashblade, unless you get lucky, is you get an item that can be worth up to 5 gold. Not a big deal. We also did get a pearl out of there, and the pearls are currently selling for, I guess, like 5 silver. Wow, way more than I thought. 74 silver. I take it back. And then we've got a die pack. That looks like maybe the Toxic die kit. Definitely. These used to be The common ones were more common than the uncommon, which were more common than the rare, and more common than the exclusive, but they've changed it now. It's a completely, there's 25 of them, and it's a 4% chance for each. I have all the commons, uncommons, and rares. Do I have all of the exclusives?
My word.
I think there's 2 I don't have in here, acid and algae. So we have a 8% chance of getting a die we don't already have. Nope. I will mail this off to my alt account. If my alt account already has it, I put it in the guild bank. All right, we will now continue in just a second. My cup runneth under. I'll be right back. Talking makes me thirsty.
Seek, and you shall find.
And I'm back. Okay, we now have to find Dorn Velasquez. Oh. He used to be in a different location, but that was in Old Lion's Arch. This is not Old Lion's Arch, this is New Lion's Arch. Reconnaissance. Now we'll be back in Old Lion's Arch. This is what Old Lion's Arch looked like, and it had way more flavor and was just way cooler in every way imaginable.
We need help locking down the southwestern beach. Let's move!
Agent Real, is the Commodore aware of this situation?
He is, sir. The city's being evacuated in accordance with the Master of Whisper's plan.
Excellent. Now then, are we all assembled?
Well, not all. Tybalt didn't make it. Spoiler, sorry.
Lightbringer, I've heard rumors that Tybalt Leftpaw is dead. Can you confirm?
You'd have been proud of his bravery, Preceptor. If he hadn't stood the line, we wouldn't have escaped.
Tybalt didn't think he had any courage, but he proved himself wrong in the end.
Tybalt's courage saved our lives, and your leadership brought us to safety. I'm in your debt, Lightbringer.
Yes, you are, Traherne.
If I can be of service, say the word.
I'll never forget Tybalt, but now duty calls. The Lion Guard is evacuating the populace. The Dermond
Hey, look,
Priory
emo
safeguards
dude, get
the
your hair
harbor,
out of your
and the
face.
vigil
Come on,
musters at Fort
man.
Mariner.
Seriously, this isn't
Very
Final
well.
Fantasy
We
XIV.
need more
Ooh,
information.
burn.
Each Lightbringer will patrol a section of the city for Zaitan.
Tell me he doesn't look like an FF14.
I'll
NPC.
take Canal
Just
Wall.
saying.
Undead will be coming out of the sea. If they're sending scouts, I'll find them there.
Good. We need a complete sweep, Lightbringers. Watch for anything strange, but stay alert for danger.
Careful out there, okay? May Lissa watch over you.
Prepare for patrol duty.
We will be back soon. My necromantic servants have never been alive, thus they are immune to the ravages of ore.
Well, let's check. This used to be the bank in Lion's
Our
Arch.
ship left without us. We're stranded.
And there is the
That might be
Mystic
worse.
Forge, where it used to be.
Island's gone.
It's just all so much nicer looking than the current one. The current one is just so ugly. Oh, that's right. These guys are trying to rob the vault.
Taking advantage of the city's chaos. We must stop them.
Hang on. These guys aren't Lion Guard. They're just meddlers.
Well then, let's meddle them. This money's ours.
You're going to
Oh, it
meddle
can't end
us?
this way.
You're going to meddle the undead as well? Okay, are all the bandits killed? I would like to thank the Risen for taking care of the issue with the wannabe thieves.
Kill shot.
And we have a Risen grub. Grubs.
The area seems clear, Lightbringer. Let's move on.
Okay. Then why does it still have a little green star? I will never forget her. Forget Tybalt Lightbringer. Be like, huh? Who? No.
Undead. No.
Tybalt is actually a well-beloved character and is actually a pretty good one.
Please help us. We got separated from our parents. It's horrible out here. Rotting people are everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Don't let them eat us. Look out.
It's just like Southern California.
Zaitan's servants will be approaching by water. Be cautious here.
Totally not a Northern California attitude there, I promise. Wow, these things are hitting pretty hard.
Well done.
See, that green star went away, but the one in the vault didn't.
The Risen must have traveled through the canals and taken them by surprise.
Missed me. Whoops.
Strong.
I feel strong.
Excellent. Another area cleared of danger.
I know where
On
the
we
lion
go.
guard is. I can't trust you. You're a charm. Mama said, trust him. Trust him. He's got muscles. Thank you, stranger. We can make it from here.
Whoops. More.
Nice and lean. Blasted undead. Ah, them live, live.
Alright, we got some A-bombs up here. Or an A-bomb and a couple of grubs. Nope, nope, 2 A-bombs.
Finished. One more
Dead
area
A-bomb.
check.
No, it's still showing as there must be something. We must have missed a mob or something in the vault. I blame you guys. Tybalt wanted to think you dead, but had no idea this was not quite sinking in. There are 3 different mentors for the 3 different orders. Tybalt is really cool. Ah, there was one. Forgal is pretty good, and the last one I actually love. So,
Canals are secure.
Siren.
We should return to the preceptors.
Ah, the preceptors are back. Are you sure you're not undead? Because you popped up from the ground like you're undead. That's all I'm saying.
There were creatures in the city, but Traherne and I destroyed
It's
them
Mr.
before they did
FF14.
much damage.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to
Well
call him that
done,
from now on.
Lightbringer. The other operatives are still finishing up, but I suspect they'll find the same.
Preceptor, it's time to face reality. The Order of Whispers can't be expected to hold back Zaitan alone. We need to exploit our connections.
I agree. Preceptor Dawn, I know you have leverage on many talented individuals. I suggest you put it to
Blackmail.
use.
Ben Tenstrikes refuses to divulge my whereabouts to my father, so the Ministry has tossed him into prison for his trouble. He'd help us if he still lives.
I have an alternative, Preceptor. We are currently sheltering an Asuran scientist named Gore. His inventions would be...
Gore the God Butcher?
Both
That's
are
a Marvel
sound
reference.
plans. Lightbringer, I want you to recruit one of them. Your choice.
Whichever you decide, I'm going with you. You could use the help, and I owe it to Tybalt.
Good luck, Lightbringer. We're all counting on you.
Let's see, Gore or been 10 things. Let's go with Gore, the God Butcher. Tell me about the weapon Gore invented. Operates on the theory that the dragons consume magic as they consume flesh and even stone. This weapon hits them in their gullet. I want to obtain this weapon for the Order. An excellent choice. You'll find Gore at his lab in Radasum.
Gore is an incomprehensible assemblage of wow wrapped in a 3-foot package. You'll
Lightbringer meets Warrior of
Return
Light.
soon, Lightbringer.
Insane collaboration. How could they possibly lose? In fact, it might be so bright that no one can see. So maybe it's not a great choice. You know? Might be too much. I should thank you for your help on Claw Island. We'll avenge them and save the city.
Can't do this alone. I'll stand with you.
Stand in the place where you live. An assassin's dark steel sword. Yeah, now
Finish with that.
Ding 66. 743 top. Okay.
That
More
looks
crafting mats. Yay. And 3 more bags. Got a Scepter. 638 top damage. Yep, that's an improvement. Boots we can't wear. And another pistol. 591. Very slight improvement.
Begin destruction protocol.
Good. Getting some mithril. I'm going to need that because I have been burning through my mithril lately. Making 9 mithril weapons a day that I can turn into provisioners tokens. And you need like 50 provisioners tokens for each rune or sigil you make that are legendary, and probably more for any legendary weapons. Harvesting low-level crafting mats, you can sell them, and actually the intermediate crafting mats a lot of times sell for more than the high-end crafting mats, because there are more players in the high-end maps than in the sort of intermediate maps. So yeah, it can be very worth it, especially in the intermediate maps, like, you know, the 20 to 60. But they all sell. Tier 4 mats. We exit. Also, since you started a new character, there's a thing called the Adventure Guide in the achievements, and those are worth a lot of XP. So keeping an eye on the things in the Adventure Guide, and some of those will be something like harvest 25 crafting materials or something like that. You can see those. You hit H and then hit achievements in the left-hand side and go to the Character Adventure Guide. There are 5 volumes. I've completed out Volume 1 and Volume 2, and I'm almost at getting the necessary completion to open Volume 4. Then there are a couple more things you can get in addition for additional points. So, for instance, mining ore in 3 maps. It specifically lists Dredgehaunt Cliffs, Harathi Highlands, or Blaze Ridge Steppes. And so these give out a lot of XP. A lot. Also, they're very good for, especially for a new player, because they teach important skills. Things like dodging, combos, other, significant crowd control, things like that the game normally doesn't teach you. These give you a reason to learn them. All right, where are we off to? In Radasum. Okay. Fastest way to Radasum? Well, I mean, I could teleport straight there.
It's a
but
pleasure.
Off to Radasum. Would you like to continue your story? Magic sucks. Yes, please.
Gore's waiting by his lab. Approach cautiously. Something seems amiss.
Professor Gore, the God Butcher.
Let's chat. As you can see, there's trouble. Yes, look all you like. The doors are transparent. There are risen in my lab. I'm developing a weapon based on my theory of draconic enchanto consumption. Essentially, it removes the magic from a person or object, poisons it, and then transfers it back. Hypothetically, the vacuum magic polarizer will reverse the magical essence of Zaitan's tangible will within the risen, and therefore destroy them.
A cunning idea. Does the weapon work?
Theoretically. My associates at the Upsilon facility sent me test subjects, but the creatures got away, as you can see.
Don't worry, Gore. Give me one of your prototypes, and we'll kill 2 blights with 1 stone. Testing the weapon while clearing the lab.
Okay, thanks. Game has good UI, but a lot of pop-up stuff from achieving things. You may have missed some. Check after the night shift. Yeah, it's just H, and then along the left-hand side, you've got the various tabs. You hit achievement, and right here, the second one from the top, right under daily is character adventure guide, and there's 5 volumes. And you get good XP from completing each one and completing the requirements. So, for instance, there's a grand total of, I think, 16 here in Volume 3, and you hit 13, you get the completion. You get extra points for completing the other ones that you haven't done, but it'll open up Adventure Volume 4. And I probably already have like half of these already done, but I don't get XP for them until the 4th tier opens up. Okay, alright, give you the magic suck.
Something going on?
Sorry. The vacuum suck. Whatever it is. What do we have?
The first button
We've got Defrastic
the
Bolt.
simple bolt will grow more powerful as the polarizer is charged.
The vacuuming inhalation draws the enchantment from the target, storing the energy as charge.
This charges the polarizer. The weapon can
That requires charge to use. That is a simple kick to knock them back. And Vacuum Magic Blowback adjusts the Vacuum Magic's polarization from suck to blow.
Fully charged, it packs a mighty wallop. Take the polarizer to the lab, and we'll quantify a test subject.
Yes, we will. We'll quantify them right in their bits.
I'll open the color spectrum filter, allowing only certain wavelengths to pass. That way, they'll come out in small groups.
Okay.
Green, then blue, red last, of course. The most dangerous things are always the red ones. Ready?
He's right.
Here we go.
I would be surprised if Zaitan even bothers with controlling its lesser minions. They do nothing but destroy.
Alright, we'll just spam 1 for initial first batch. Okay, Gore.
You lose.
Wait, there was another? Oh, there was another. Didn't even see it. Ow. Oh, there were a couple. Thought I saw a shot coming from the side. Yeah, there's another one. Little bastards. How about I knock the 2 of you back and then give you both a nice suck. And then a blowback. How about that? How do you like them apples?
Analytical metrics seem favorable.
Right.
Try charging the polarizer 2 or 3 times before you fire. Your output should grow exponentially.
Okay.
Next filter disengaged. Time for the blue ones. Ah, blue. The color of oceans and my artichokes. The ones I made while dabbling in organic chemistry.
These seem to be more powerful. They also hold a larger quantity of magic. More of Zaitan's will, perhaps?
That worked pretty well. I'm in non-stop combat mode, sadly, so I'm not getting any default healing between waves, you know. Suck. Alright, that missed.
The Vacuumagic Polarizer is doing even better than anticipated.
Do the achievements
We're
give
out of
something?
beta.
If you're
This
already
is
high max level, you're too
Releasing the red
lazy to
filter.
complete some.
These should
Can be
be
tiresome on some level. Yes, a lot of them have things like cosmetics. I
creatures
can
are
give you a
acting with
pretty
more
good example of that
Zitans
in a sec.
infuse them with tremendous energy. See how the weapon affects them?
Hello, Ford. Hey, look! It's Rilla. Rilla for Ford.
Oh, that had to hurt.
You know what else I can do? I can use my freaking utility skills. For example, you go to the achievements, you scroll almost all the way down to collections. One of the options is specialization collections. Once you get access to a specialization, any of the elite specializations, there are achievements that will give you the highest tier of weapon short of legendary. It has the same stats as a legendary. Doesn't have the quality of life stuff. An ascended weapon of the appropriate type. And I have most of them done. So that's the kind of thing where there are 14 requirements, but it will get you an ascended staff in this case. So yes, the achievements can give you cosmetics, they can give you items, they can give you titles, they can give you currencies, they can give you all kinds of stuff. So it is worthwhile if you're getting close to one or something to look and see if it gives you anything. Also, the total number of achievement points you have gives you stuff. So I just hit 19,000. At 20,000, I'll get a laurel, I'll get 2 gold. Sorry, at 20,000 I'll get a new title, I'll get my choice of a skin for a weapon of my choice, I'll get 10 laurels, I'll get 400 gems, which is $5 worth of gems, and I'll get 30 gold. So achievement chasing is one of the things that you can do in the game to a very, very great extent. Death good? Really? You think death is good? Is that what you said, sir?
Kill shot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Stop with the sound.
Works beautifully. The Vacuumagic Polarizer is ready for ore.
Ready for more? You heard an apprentice. Get back. Answer the teleporter pad.
Uh-oh.
No! I said ore, not more. Ah, this intercom's a mess.
What's that? Going to send the rest? Okay. Incoming!
Ow. Monkey business. Ow, ow. What the? I appear to be stuck on something, and I have no idea what the hell I'm stuck on. Other than Band-Aid brand. Haha, that's kind of a joke. But not a funny joke. I am about to die. Because I got stuck on something. I'm still stuck. I can't. I was stuck behind the... I have no idea what I was stuck on. No freaking idea. But it'll be faster, I think, if I just murder these things the old-fashioned way rather than use the item that I'm supposed to be using. That was ridiculous. I have no idea. I think I was caught between the wall and the golem there, as I'd gotten knocked back by the attack of one of the mobs into a place that you couldn't move out of. Just be aware that can happen occasionally.
Kill shot.
There we go. I think I've only been like knocked through the world, through the world geometry like once or twice in 4,500 hours of gameplay. So that doesn't happen very often, but occasionally getting caught between things, especially if you suffer a knockback or a knock up, that can occasionally happen.
I'll take the prototypes to Lion's Arch immediately.
Yeah, it was definitely the Orient.
It's the least I can do.
It couldn't have been
the Order of Whispers
chain
saved my
CC.
life.
Because no one creature should be able to chain CC. He was certainly the one who knocked me back.
Yes. Once my apprentices
But I
return from
had
the Upsilon facility,
I had
I'll
hotbar
put them on
function
it.
for
And
a little bit of
mental
that,
note.
and
Fix
despite my
aural
hitting the
relay
dodge,
on the
nothing was
intercom.
happening.
I dreamed of ore, as Kaith did. But where she saw a dragon to fight, I saw a land to heal. At least Kaith had a
Oh,
tangible target.
Traherne, you are
I barely knew where to
so
begin.
up your own ass.
Such brave people willing to risk so much.
I do not have I
But
do
we
not
even
currently have a
chance at victory?
stun break, so I mean, it's certainly possible that it was just nothing more than chain CC.
Lightbringer, the Orions are firmly entrenched. It will be incredibly difficult to regain Claw Island.
We can't give up hope, Traherne.
I haven't. In fact, I'm counting on Hope to lead the way.
Oh God!
To that end, we should ask for wisdom from the Pale Tree. If anyone knows how to defeat Zaitan, it is the Mother.
I'm not a huge fan of the
Meet me at the
Sylvari in
Grove,
general.
and we'll speak with her before the battle.
Well, trident or spear, obviously it's got to be spear.
All done.
In recognition of the fact that all classes are getting spears as weapons. As land weapons in the game up till now. Spears, tridents, and harpoon guns have all been underwater only. Harpoon gun, can't use it. New gloves. Not the healing power does nothing for me, but the Vit and Condi are fine, so we'll stick with that, I suppose. Fine. 570, I don't think so. Nope. Can't wear. These are statistically slightly superior, so we're going to wear them because that means that I get to randomly choose a new set of dies. Mithril. Ugh. Mithril. That's for the peasants. There we go. Chest piece. Slap that in. Oh, and the new dies are, drumroll please, sapphire, mint, and black cherry. Ugh. That's not a great looking combo. Gotta say, sometimes random gives you surprisingly nice things. Sometimes random slaps you in the face really hard.
Is the gate functioning normally today?
I fought for years in the
All spatial parameters.
I know what it's like.
Travel to the Grove. Oh, God.
Traveler.
Lion's Arch. Yes, please. Love the design of the hills, but they are still elves, and sometimes that's very noticeable. Yes, I have always felt that they were, in essence, an elf surrogate. Also, the fact that they awoke 20 years ago. It's like they felt they had to give them, some of them, personalities that are uncomfortable. Siren being one of them. The mentor you get if you join the Priory. And I just find her a really empty character. Compost surrogate, you mean thank you, Vorp? You wouldn't broccoli, would you? I'll stop. Let us go up to the Follows chamber, where the Pale Tree awaits. Siren's a precious being, how dare you? You see, I mentioned this earlier. There are a lot of people who just love Siren. I just find her a terrible character. I went into this the other night. She's like a collection of quirks more than a character. And those kind of characters get my hackles up every time.
I have much to show you both.
It's like they did a Mad Lib to describe her character. Okay, let's see. She uses the word cherry a lot to describe something that's new. She giggles. She's really, really innocent. And she doesn't pay attention to orders and tries to get everyone else killed. I know that I'm in a minority on that one. However, Tybalt is simply
Mother
the
Tree,
best of the mentors.
I am sure by now
And,
you have heard of the destruction at Claw Island.
Even Forgal would
Zaitan
agree.
is attacking in force.
The soul of Tyria mourned as her children were cut down by the beast. The land wept, and the world shuddered.
My friend and I seek to right that wrong. We wish to fight Zaitan and take back what was lost. We've come to ask your counsel.
The answer is at the heart of Tyria's future, and your own. Both of you must face the darkness, become guiding stars.
Don't worry,
in the
Kate.
night.
I promise I don't hold it
Is
against
it
you.
even possible to defeat Zaitan?
Only with great courage.
I understand if you hold it against me.
Come, I will show you a vision of your future, and the challenges to come. It is time,
All the mentors
my
are great in their
brave
own ways,
friends.
honestly.
Your future awaits.
All right, here's the test. It's coming. Here's the fastball. And what's your opinion on Bram? Oh, is this we walk around the ghostly ruins of Orquest? I think it is.
War is a dark and
It
foul
is.
place.
I never liked this
Even
one
though I
either.
have been here, in truth, this vision is unsettling. Let us hurry. The pale tree has lessons yet to be revealed.
Oh, Traherne.
They say that Or was once beautiful. A nation to rival Kryta, Ascalon, and Ilona. The human gods lived in the city of Arar, and the people here were blessed. After the gods left, the humans banded into guilds and warred upon each other. The guild wars caused great devastation.
I believe that's the
Nations
first time that we
faltered.
get the phrase Guild Wars in the whole game. Hello, Avatar of the Pale Tree. Fancy meeting you in a vision of Or.
Where does this road lead, Mother?
To the ancient city of Arar, the dragon's stronghold. That is your goal. Along the way, you will glimpse things that may yet come to pass.
I was rooted.
Kill shot.
Heal me. Thank you. I've always had... Ooh. You know, you see, I don't think the risen chicken should attack me because I have my risen chicken out as a pet. Alright? We've got risen chickens here. Risen bulls. I don't think the chickens should attack. I have one of their own as a friend. Insufferable living season 3 and living season 3. Oh my god. My English is a first lesson. First language lessons aren't coming along. Insufferable in Living World Season 3 and the front half of Living World Season 4, but you're a sucker for redemption arcs. I really think they missed out on the redemption arc. In Icebrood Saga, at the start, he finds out they call him Bram the Oathbreaker. And all of his former guild, I won't go into details for spoilers. Right then, for the first time, somebody who's really rubbing his face in the consequences of his own juvenile, adolescent actions. And for a moment, I thought they were going to actually turn him into a good character. But no, he just keeps doing the same dumb stuff. They had a real opportunity, and I think they completely missed it. They might see it as a hostage. That's possible. But, look. Come on. Come on. He's adorable! Look at that! He needs a name. I am now accepting nominations for the name of my undead chicken pet.
Die by my hand.
Die by your hand, Traherne. You didn't do diddly. Let's see. Hi, Avatar of the Tree. Come on, Traherne. Come on. Jeez,
These
keep up.
creatures are formidable. Tougher than the ones at Claw Island. How will we defeat them?
Back when the game first came out,
but with
the
unity,
ore maps were no
you'll
goddamn
find
joke.
that many impossible things can be achieved.
Heavy monster density, and the mobs were tough as hell. Craven Blight discovered. For those who are not familiar with it, or long ago, an advisor to the king misled everyone, and they did a ritual, and the ritual sunk the entire kingdom into the ocean. The undead dragon raised it up, and so this is the ruins of Ore,
and claimed it.
filled
The
with
dragon
undead.
expected the rest of Tyria to be as easily conquered.
It's a
We
lovely
live,
vacation spot.
we
If you've never
breathe,
been,
and we fight.
reservations are
All
available.
races, all
The
orders,
rates
and all
are cheap.
paths of life stand against Zaitan. The dragon
smell?
is a fearsome enemy. It wants nothing
That's
more
an
than
issue.
to paralyze us with doubt. But I tell you this, we are not afraid. We will never kneel. Do you feel that? The dragon hears us. To Ara and victory!
Is this a vision of the future? Mother, I do not understand. I'm no general.
I don't know, you're a general
You must
pain.
be what Tyria needs you to be,
See what
my
I did
son.
there?
You have more courage than you realize.
Follow the pale tree through the vision of Ore. Presumably, if memory serves, we've got to kill all the mobs in this area. Including the veteran risen giant, who, as you might tell, is probably a professional basketball player. Quit throwing rocks at people. Oh my god, that's such a childish move. Oops. Heal me, heal me. That was not the best attack I've ever made. Strong. Whoop. And I was not fast enough on my dodge. And the A-bomb. Did I not finish the other one? Yay, we have finished them all off. Hi, Mom.
The past taints the future. Our heroes have fallen. They must be redeemed.
They must be
You are
redeemed
the
for
catalyst.
valuable
You
prizes.
must bring them together. Heal their wounds.
Ah, Logan and Ritlock. Thogan
Where
Lackery.
were you? We needed you. Snaff. I couldn't protect you. I can still hear it screaming.
Someone was going to die no matter what I did. Snaff or my queen. I had to make a choice. You would have done the same. Any of you! If the person you loved was in danger, you would have done the same.
Destiny's Edge disbanded after
Whiner.
their loss against the Elder
I'm sorry.
Dragon, Kalkatoric.
Logan.
To
Whiner.
this day, they have unresolved grievances with one another.
You think?
It was your responsibility. Snaff trusted you, and you failed him.
I tried to keep
For the
him out
record,
of
Destiny's
danger.
Edge, the
I would have
worst
given anything to
cool
prevent his
name in the
death.
history of fantasy literature or gaming.
Enough. You weren't enough. You should have died Heir instead of him.
Logan was called away by his queen. Yet Heir chose to fight the Elder Dragon. They lost. Glint died, along with Snaff, Soldier's mentor and friend.
And Kaith and Fallon.
I've tried so very hard. They can't stop arguing. They can't understand that the dragons are more important. They throw everything away. I'm alone. I'm tired.
Come back to me.
Maybe if you didn't, I don't know,
If the
stab
world
people in
must
the back,
end,
Kaith,
let us spend our last days
they might
in
pay
each
more
other's
attention to you.
arms.
These visions represent a possible future for Destiny's Edge should they not resolve their quarrels. We need them to reconcile if we're to defeat Zaitan. Where was I? Oh yes, the Guild Wars. Still angry over the loss of Ascalon. The Char struck hard while humanity
In the middle of the
fought
jungle.
with us.
Ooh, nice.
The
Triple
Char
Trouble.
ravaged Ascalon
Bram
with
has some
Syrian
dialogue in
cauldrons
Holbrach
and
during
marched
Dragon
on
Bash
war.
as long as you've
As
done
hope
EOD.
failed,
I think
an
he's finally
Orient
grown
named
up.
Vizier
It's only taken him.
Kilbron read
Hey,
the
that's
lost
not fair.
scrolls and unleashed an ancient
Not
curse.
quite 11 years.
The curse annihilated the
I don't
Char
know if
army,
I've actually
but
heard the
destroyed
dialogue
Or
that's been
as
added
well.
since EOD
A cataclysm
in
plunged
Dragon
the
Bash.
nation
I'll
into
try to
the
track
ocean.
that down. Thank you for the
Everything
pointer.
was lost.
I also, for the record, wish that in, again, I don't want to spoilerize, the big fighty between Ryland and he, I wish in the aftermath of that Bram had suffered, and this is going to sound terrible, some kind of crippling injury, the loss of a limb, an arm or a leg, to give the character a real, more tangible evidence of what his choices can do. Because generally speaking, throughout most of it, his worst decisions, which endangered his friends, himself, the world, he never suffers any negative effect from. Or at least not any sort of lasting one. And I felt if the character had suffered some actual lasting physical harm, then we would have more of a reason to give him a break as he adjusts to the real world, because he's been living in sort of his own little fantasy world for so long. Okay, Traherne, what are we doing here? Am I not supposed to be in here? Looks like I'm supposed to be in here. Maybe not. I hope you were successful in Triple Trouble. I have ridden on the coattails of a couple of Triple Troubles and gotten credit, I think, for 2 of the worms. Oh, there's the green star. You can trust your car to the man who wears the green star. Yeah, the commander's always playing Kitten harder and cleaning up everyone else's bad decisions. That's my biggest problem with both Taimi and Bram, is at no point are we ever allowed to tell them how selfish and foolish they are, how their juvenile adolescent actions are endangering themselves and other people and the mission. We're never given any agency to tell them that they're being idiots when they're being idiots. That's why I detest the characters so much. Not so much because of their actions, although that sometimes. For instance, I think Taimi is well written. Her dialogue is well written and impeccably acted. Voice acting on her. Debbie Derryberry, I think, does incredible voice work on Taimi. But the character herself, because we're never given that shot to really illuminate to them how bad their decisions can be, the characters never seem to actually grow. You know, I'm not impressed that she's dating Gorick. That's not really growth.
Walk inside and seek truth, but be warned. The future can change in the blink of an eye.
I mean, if, for instance, you were to characterize the last discussion that Ryland has with his mom, assuming you've done Iceberg Saga. That's the kind of real verbal reaming out that some of these characters deserve and never ever seem to get. Feel like we tried to in Cracking the Ice, but Bram just went aggro and stormed off even after Rox nearly froze to death because of his rashness. Exactly. That was, right after he's discovered that he's Bram the Oathbreaker, right? Which should be the ray of light he needs to change his behavior. He just goes right off almost immediately and starts running off after things. He sees Garm and runs off after Garm after being told directly to not do that. He does it. And that's the thing that drives me crazy, is it's a missed opportunity for the character to turn from an adolescent into an adult. And they missed it. For whatever reason.
It's done.
Why did I just do my attack and do no damage? That doesn't seem right to me. Taimi was incredibly immature in Living World Season 2, but she was a child at that point. Yes, no, I understand. I don't get worked up about their immaturity. I get worked up about the fact that the writers of the game never give us an opportunity to try and give them the impetus to change. So they never do. Bram is also young. Bram is like 16 or 17 when we first meet him. So he is also, for a Norn in particular, is very young. So his behaving in an immature fashion, especially in the first couple of, seasons / expansions where we meet him, is understandable. I just wish we were given an opportunity to force him to see the results of his own actions. For instance, with Taimi, there's that time where she gets chased down, I think by, in either Dry Top or Silverway, she gets chased down by, I think it's the Inquest, and basically is terrified that she's going to die. And so that would be one of those cases where we have an opportunity, to tell them, this is the consequences of you running off on your own. And we never actually do that to them. We never give, our character is never given the chance to help them grow. And so that's what I find so frustrating about those two characters. It's the Eye of Zaitan. Hi. Feel my wrath. I think you'll find it's pretty wrathy.
Oh, that had to hurt.
Whoops, that was bad. I know it's bad, and that was it.
Well done.
No problem. I had it the whole way. I have bashed the dragons. We'll go ahead and start saving up our yellow and green and blue boxes, because we're going to be getting a lot of those going forward. Hello to the last King of Ore. This is Steve, the last King of Ore. I'm pretty sure it's Steve, right?
Feel once more the wind and the sun. Although my nation is drowned,
I need to refill my cup. I'll let him blast.
In its veins. Ore was once the heart of Tyria, so full of life. I was the last of a line of proud rulers. Now my nation is enslaved. What do you seek here? Ore has nothing left to give, save ash and bones.
We came to fight Zaitan. Can you give us counsel?
Zaitan can be defeated, but that will not save Ore. The land must be cleansed of this poison. Seek the source.
Is Zaitan the source, or is there some other poison that fouls Ore? Please, tell us.
Seek the source. Cleanse Ore. Seek the source.
And I'm back.
It was Zaitan,
with a
the elder
delightful,
undead dragon that pulled
cold,
ore
refreshing
from the
adult
depths.
leisure beverage.
The massacre of Ore gave the dragon fertile ground to create its horrific army. Zaitan's power does not end here. In slaughter, its army grows stronger. Claw Island was just the beginning. The dragons are destruction. They will not stop until all life on Tyria is destroyed.
You didn't necessarily need to lecture Timey that time because she was nearly got ganked by the inquest for not for our intervention. She was suitably shaken up afterwards. Yeah, but it didn't have the lasting effect. Also, simply being able to, yell at them, as juvenile as that sounds. Well, I'm guessing this isn't the way. Would provide something of a narrative release for our frustration in dealing with our friends. There are so many cases of the storyline is predicated on us having to react to something dumb that our friends have done. And that gets a bit tiresome for me after a while. Oh, look, Bram or Timey have done something stupid again, and now we have to go save them or fix the situation. Or Aureen does the same thing. She does a whole lot of stupid things, and granted, again, she's very young. It's just, too often, that was a narrative crutch the writers used. Was, friend does something dumb, and we have to bail them out. And it just got old, and because I'm old and crotchety to begin with, imagine how well I take that. Not well. I can't get up. I can't get up. Oh, wait a second. As you can tell, Ore is quite the scenic location.
Your last challenge on the road to Ara will be the Guardian of the Gate. Beyond this, I cannot foretell. Once before, I gave this sword to a beloved son. Now, I pass it on to you,
Caladbolg.
Its name is Caladbolg. Bear it with honor, and the sword will never fail you.
I actually have Caladbolg, but I've never cashed it in for the...
Then
Or I
return
have the
to me
broken
in the
Caladbolg.
grove.
I haven't cashed it in for the upgraded version yet. Hi guys, don't mind us. We're just coming through, passing through. Scratch. The Gate Guardian. He's a legendary, so theoretically we should get another one of those boxes once he's come over all dead. Ow, that was no fair. Missed me. Now you gotta kiss me. Oh, you're undead. Never mind. That's gross. Got him.
Awesome.
That's better. The collection mini story for Reforging Caladbolg is worth it. Yeah, I want to do it. It's one of those things where I have the attention span of a hummingbird on meth. I'll do this. I'll do this. No, I'll do this. Oh, shiny. Also, while I'm here, it is vitally important I got that POI for no reason I can actually verbalize. Another Worldwide Dragon Basher box. Longbow of Air, 66. We can use that. It's probably better than the longbow we currently have equipped. Indeed, it is just very, very slightly better. Maybe not with the points, but we'll use it anyway.
Target destroyed.
Hi, Pale Tree Mom. Aura has had all hope stripped from it. To confront the dragon, you must first overcome your greatest fear, lest you be consumed by it. Tell me, what do you fear, Caraxes Scritbane? Now keep in mind, the lore for Caraxes is he was the smallest cub in the Ferrar, and someone said he couldn't beat up a Scrit, and the Scrit happened to invade shortly thereafter trying to get supplies, and most of the rest of the cubs ran away, panicked, had no idea what to do. He picked up a stick and he hit a Scrit over the head. Ever since then, he has been called Scritbane, no longer as a term of abuse, but a term of honor. Thank you. This has been his story. An innocent person who believed in me would die because I couldn't save him, that I could fail so grievously that I would lose the respect of my comrades and be dishonored, that one day through my actions I'd condemn someone to suffer in agony. I think the second one is more in keeping with his creation myth that exists only in my head and his name. Thank you.
To know the future, even the mere possibility can be a great burden. I am sorry, brave heroes, that you must walk this path.
Must these things come to pass, Mother? Must I take up Khalidbolg and travel into the heart of Or?
You must both take up this mantle. Traherne, your duty is to cleanse Or. Your friend shall aid you, and then face the dragon.
And Claw Island? Can we retake it and save Lion's Arch?
I believe so. But that will not be your first test. The dragon seeks to destroy its enemies before they can strike. I see within the dream that Zaitan's
I had too
forces
much
enter
to eat
battle.
last night, so
Not against
obviously
Lion's
for balance
Arch,
I have to have too much
but
to
at the
drink
heart
to balance
of
it
your
out.
order.
My order headquarters? No. How could that be? How could Zaitan even know?
Those who have been corrupted reveal everything to Zaitan. Nothing is secret. Least of all those places where
He knows
his
about that
enemies
time
hide.
at band camp when
My friends are in danger.
Never mind.
I have to go to them. They have no warning. They'll be slaughtered.
I will go with you. Our fates are bound together, and from this day forward, we fight as one.
Farewell, valiant souls.
He is so awesome and
May your
cool
wild
that I
hunt
call
be
him Mr.
successful,
Dreamy.
And may your courage
Been calling him
illuminate
that
the
for
dark of night.
10.5 years. But we get more goodies. Those are not excessively awesome. Merchant Express, Bank Access Express, Trading Post. We'll go with that one. That's another level. That's level 67. Level 67. Do we have more points? Do we have more pointy points? We do. Alright, we're almost finished with that. Flock. Healing? Who does healing? Not me. Healing is for people who heal people. The Grove. I detest the Grove. It is the finest example in this game of what I refer to as Fantasy City Syndrome, in that it looks cool and it has some really nifty bits, but if you actually have to try and get around in it, say to find all of the map points so you can get a map completion for it, it's a complete pain in the fundament. We've got 6 bags. Well, first of all, we'll sell the Rune of Lissa, which I think sells for at least a few silver. We'll undercut the low price by a copper, because that's the kind of jerk that I am. We have 6 bags. A hat I can't wear. A sword that is a 574. I think the 2 I have are better. They are significantly better. Shoulders I can't use. A hat that I could use and will use. Better stats, yo. Shoulders that I cannot use, and a sword that is also not as good as the two already have. So we will salvage the bits
is the only proper course.
pieces.
We have completed the task at hand.
We've completed the task at hand. Let's see. Back to Lion's Arch, I think. We'll hit the bank. We need to randomly dye our gear again. A new item of attire means new random dyes. I do this for all my characters as I level them. I have so many dyes, sometimes it's the only way I can see some of the dyes. All right, currently we are sapphire, mint, and black cherry. That's not my favorite color combo. Let's see if we can get something, if not nice, something actually appalling. I have plenty of appalling colors. That's almost okay. That's taffy, which is one of the dyes you get. You get a choosy box for on your account's 9th anniversary, and your 10th and 11th, and presumably on the 12th. There are a total of 6 dyes to choose from. Taffy is one of them. As you can tell, it's a really subtle, understated color. The others are a desert harpy and midnight teal. It does match the guardian skills. I cannot deny that. That's a really good point. It's maybe a slightly higher saturation, but not much. We will apply that.
Is this the gate too?
Just as an aside, the other colors that I have gotten so far, for instance, we'll show you on the chest. That is limesicle. And the other I have is bubblegum. And that's not blinding pink at all. Those are available for the 9th, 10th, 11th, and presumably 12th, 13th, and 14th anniversaries. It's a choosy box with those 6.
Nice to visit.
Those 3 and 3 others. I have all the common, uncommon, rare, and most of the exclusive dyes. Yes, I am, in fact, a fashion enjoyer. Let's go with enjoyer. New to the game, you've leveled up your first character, 2 to 3 weeks run, Mesmer. 63% map completion, excellent. Going through the map completion is to my mind, is a very relaxing approach to the game for a significant chunk of time. Want to try something new, but kind of lazy to get to hero points from map and get all the waypoints. If you have access to any of the expansions, the hero points in the expansions give you 10 points each instead of 1. So that is a fast way of getting hero points if you're looking for hero points. If you have the expansions. If you don't have the expansions, then yeah, you've got to get them one at a time from all of the maps. 63% though is a good chunk of the map for sure. I have done map completion twice, I think. And it's really, you can do it in bite sizes if you choose basically a map a day or every second day. Okay, you did get the Path of Fire and Heart of Thorns combo. Well, all of the hero challenges in POF and HOT give you 10 points each. So if you're trying to max out an elite spec or just max out all of the base core game points, going through those can speed it up. I will let you know. Heart of Thorns hero challenges, some of them are very, very difficult. Some of them require beating a champion. And that is hard to do for a good player. Spoiler, I'm not a good player. So I don't do those. Some of them are as easy as just doing a commune at. You've map comp 7 or 8 times. Send help? Yeah. I have not. I believe... I should have 3 gifts still sitting around in the bank. Yeah, I have 3 gifts, so I have done it just twice. Well, you see, you say send help. There is another person in chat, or he was earlier, my one and only mod and guildmate, Vorpun. Let me tell you about Vorp. He has done a map completion where he used no mounts, despite having mounts, and he used no waypoints. Would you like to know why?
I offer the best.
So would I. I think it's some sort of terrible trauma he underwent when he was a child that requires him to self-harm. I want to grind some gold first to unlock Living World Season 2, then play Heart of Thorns. That is understandable. There are a number of ways of grinding out the gold. There is a website that is specific about talking about grinds and where you can park characters to open up boxes that are worth stuff. If you do a Google for Guild Wars 2 gold grind, it should point you at a Reddit article where someone will call out the specific website, because I can never remember the name. You remember map comping before even gliding was in Central Tyria? Oh yeah, me too. My first one was pre-mounts, pre-gliding. No, he did this post-mounts, post-gliding, and he didn't use any waypoints. You're very welcome. I know theoretically you can get 20. People say even 30. I've never seen anything. Yeah, Guild Wars 2 efficiency. Fast farming's the one I was thinking of. Guild Wars 2 efficiency has a lot of really good information in it, but fast farming, Guild Wars 2 fast farming is the one I was thinking of. Thank you, Kate. They have a number of pointers to ways to optimize the gold. I came here to do something. I wanted to drop that off. Bloop.
May the stars guide you.
And sell the junk. Okay, meet Traherne at the Chantry of Secrets. We happen to have that waypoint. So away we go. Really enjoy the game after everything I've played. Guild Wars 2 feels amazing. How many people approx are still playing? We know that they hit their highest ever concurrent numbers, I think, after the launch of End of Dragons. So that is like 2 years ago. Was in the fact that the game's been out for more than 11 years, and they hit their highest concurrent numbers, I think, then. But their numbers have been very, very good. Their numbers have been great. I know they're very happy with the state of the game, generally speaking. The tail end of the last expansion has not been enthusiastically embraced, but the previous expansion was. I really loved the base release for Secrets of the Obscure. The supplementary releases afterwards were not as good. But the population's great right now. So, you know, if you're concerned about the state of the game is, as they would say, is very strong. As to what the number is, they don't tell us, but we know that they said the highest concurrency numbers they ever saw were in End of Dragons.
Something's wrong. It's too quiet, even for the Order of Whispers.
The fourth expansion. Quiet. Traherne says it's quiet. I hear a big honking klaxon going off. Yeah, the back half of Soda was a little rough. It was like part 2 of Gyaladelv. The Gyaladelv tunnel is the worst piece of content they've ever dropped. To my mind, the third content drop for Soto was the second worst piece of content they've ever dropped. So, yeah. We have another expansion coming, for those who aren't aware of it, in... I can tell you exactly. I think it's still 69 days. This one. No. That one. There we go. 69 days until the next expansion drops and the Wizard's Vault refreshes. Makes a lot of sense. Also, got a courage to complete map on a new character. This character, I bought the new expansion. It came with a character slot. I had to use it, so I created a new character. And I'm going to run him through. This is how I started this new series of videos. I'm going to run him through leveling, through all the story stuff. all the way through the story stuff, no matter how much it hurts, and some of it's going to hurt. Now, I may have to break this up as other things come up, but I will be coming back to this over time. I say that because I just remembered I had previously promised on stream that I was going to try out the Asian game trifecta that's coming of Blue Protocol, Throne and Liberty, and the third one, I believe, launches next week, and that is Terrace Land. So, for instance, next week, in the middle of the week, I may start playing Terrace Land, but I will come back to this. Your original character was a Guardian. Excellent choice. But it turned out you hated the class. Poor choice. And rolled both a Ranger and a Necromancer and joined them way more. No, I mean, my initial character was an Elementalist because I loved Dagger Ellie so much in the beta. But I found myself having much more success with the Guardian. And over time, Guardian is my most played class. I've done all of the content on my primary Guardian. I should also say that because I have some form of mental dysfunction, I have 38 character slots on my main account. That's 9 of each class. Sorry, 4 of each 9 classes, and this is my 4th Guardian, 5th Guardian, 5th Guardian, 5th Guardian. See, I'm just not well. It's that simple. I'm so messed up. We need to hurry. The Order needs us.
Chantry's greatest defense is its secrecy. Without that protection, all may be lost.
Override protocol engaged. Access.
Hi, Demi.
Lightbringer.
I would say my
Hey,
least
Six,
played
you're
class
here.
is
I was out
War.
on the beach and I heard alarms. Something terrible must be happening.
The Pale Tree warned us that Zaitan's
Most played is
forces would attack the
Guardian.
Order.
Second most is
It
either
seems the Risen
Necro
got
or
there
Ellie,
first
I
and
think.
triggered the Chantry's
And then
defenses.
probably Thief.
If the preceptors are
Although
still
Mechanist,
inside,
I have played a
then they're
lot of
trapped.
Mechanist. It's a
The
great one
dragon's
for
minions
streaming
are single-minded.
because
They won't stop until
you can do
everyone
most of the
inside is
content
dead.
by just hitting the one key.
We have to get in there, Demi.
You aim,
Can
you
you
fire
find
your
your-
rifle, and you and your
I'll do my best.
mech murder things.
I'll turn off the security system. Tybalt taught me a bit about thwarting these systems. Let me try a reboot.
Restarting system.
That's right. Just power cycle it, Demi.
3,
You could work in IT.
1.
Least played is probably
System
Thief,
complete.
even though you really like
Hold your
Daredevil.
breath. This'll fix
For
it.
me, it was
Or it'll
Pistol
fix us.
Deadeye. I played a lot of Pistol Deadeye.
That should do it. Let's go.
Pistol Deadeye has incredibly good sustain. Solid damage and
Close to
really
me.
good sustain.
He will protect you.
Great single target and sustain. Requires a little effort to
This will shield my eyes.
do AE stuff. I have to clear the antechamber. And once we're done clearing the antechamber, I'll get to work on the uncle chamber. Yeah, I know. My apologies for that so-called joke. We were getting new weapons every time you start a new character. Well, if you mean different weapons, no. Every character starts with access to a certain number and type of weapons. There are additional weapons that are available if you've got access to expansions and have unlocked them. And as another example, every class is getting access to spears on land with the next expansion. The reason I have so many characters, first, because I'm not well in the head. Second, I enjoy leveling up characters. I actually enjoy the process of leveling. And that may sound weird, but as an example of a different game, in the last month, I have leveled. I'm almost my 4th character to the cap in WoW. In the current remix they have of Pandaria. I have 3 level 70s and 1 level 69. I enjoy leveling characters. I understand most people don't, or they're indifferent to it. I actually enjoy leveling characters. For you, when you're not a PvE scrub, you're a role player. A lot of my alts are RP characters, different armor weights, and the same character. Oh, I like the different armor weights. That makes sense.
I feel
Titan's showing more intelligence. Striking at the heart
You know,
of
I
the
would say
order.
I'm RP light in that I actually have, like, headcanon for all of my characters. You know, like I mentioned, this character being how he got the name Scritbane. I keep saying Scritbrain because there's this one heart in Metrica Province where the Inquest call you a script-brained idiot, and I've always been fond of the script-brained idiot line. Is it not cleared? And so I have trouble not saying I'm saying Scritbane instead of Scritbrain. It would have occurred to me to have, in essence, the same character in 3 different classes to have all of the weights covered. Makes perfect sense for someone who's doing RP, though.
From the far side, perhaps.
Like I've made a few char, done up like Omicon, some Crystal Bloom, Sylvari, and so on. So many good minor factions. Yeah, I certainly agree.
Password on it. Any idea what he'd use?
APPLE? Tybalt was a char at heart. Tybalt respected intelligence. Maybe there's a backup override system. Inside the mechanism, red, yellow, and blue wires. Words are inscribed over them. Red, orange, brown. Red, orange, brown. I'm going to go red to yellow, then yellow to blue.
The portal's one
Easy
way.
peasy if you're
Only
smart.
our preceptors can open it from the far
Or
side.
me.
Once through, we won't be able to come back until we find them.
No, I have historically in MMOs always chosen the roleplay servers. Because in my experience, while there will occasionally be incursions of people laughing at role players, generally the people who do that are the kind who'd go, ooh, role playing, and they'd go to another server. So in my experience, you tend to have a less immature group of players on RP servers. Enter the central annex. Travel through the portal. There we go.
The Orions have tunneled in through the walls.
We have to rally everyone together and make a stand.
We have to stand in the place where we live. Now face north. Old guy music reference. Hi, how about some rotating blades of death? You know them, you love them. Spirit blades.
strong.
I am strong. I am invincible. I am human?
Lightbringer, damn good to see you. Quickly, we're needed in the main annex chamber.
Undead froggies.
Feel my wrath.
Wayne, these dead are persistent. We'll meet you at the rally point.
Oh, they'll meet us at the rally point? Oh, rally?
Buster.
God, you can get so much content done without hitting any keys really, but 3, 4, 2 on a Great Sword Guardian.
We need to gather them all.
Real? Real? Where's Real? Looks like she should be over here somewhere. Nope, nobody's... Oh, ooh, up there's Real. Hi, Real. You need rescue?
Rally at the center of the annex.
Good call.
We need to know who's still alive.
I mean, I've certainly done my share of actual tabletop roleplay over the years. My share would be more than almost any human being alive.
The portal was sealed, the corridor defenses
For many
activated,
years in
but
my
the Orients
ill-spent
burrowed through the
youth,
walls.
from when I first got
There must be
D&D
some way
in
to seal the tunnels so that the undead can't
1975,
reach the Chantry, or some way to escape.
for about
Impossible. We're
15
trapped
years
here.
after that, I was
Prepare
running
for your
D&D
final-
games almost every weekend.
No, Halvora, there is a way.
A couple times
during
a week
the
during
Chantry's construction,
Christmas
the
or
Master
summer
of
vacation.
Whispers planted explosives in the island's foundation. A safeguard. If the Chantry were seized by our enemies, it would be destroyed. To ensure secrecy, the preceptors were not told, though each Master of Whispers did pass the information on to their successor.
You're the Master of Secrets.
But if you know about it real, that means you're...
Yes, Lightbringer. I am the Master of Whispers. We must alter the device to detonate
I
only
am the
explosives
Keymaster.
in the Orient tunnels, not those beneath
Is
the
she the
chain.
gatekeeper?
Lightbringer, this task falls
Old
to
guy
you.
movie reference.
The rest of us will defend you, if need be, with our lives. Do not fail.
Yes, Master. It will be done.
It will be done.
Hold them off as long as we can. Activate the device as soon as you're ready.
More Orions. To arms! Protect the Master
Arm
of
the
Whispers.
explosive devices. Shouldn't we have, there we go. Say, shouldn't I have little green stars? Green stars! Blue clovers! Okay, which of you jerks used a knockback? Traherne? Demi? Idiots. You never use knockbacks in a group setting. Are you noobs?
Incredibly advanced. I've never seen anything like it.
Sorry.
Stand together, fight together.
I'm guessing it was Demi. Probably using the rifle knockback. Oh my god. Noobs. Freaking noobs. Oh, A-bomb. Hi there. I will roll. Unstoppable and builds frenzy. Also, dies.
Almost there. Almost there.
One to go. He has a greatsword skill that's an AoE push. That's the worst. Oh. I mean, I hate it when I'm doing, PvE group events out in the open world. And, someone leaps in with their raptor to pull all the mobs together, and everyone starts to unleash their AEs, say, Tequatl, for instance, and somebody hits a group knockback, and all these AEs go off and do nothing.
No.
I'm an old man. I am easily disturbed by small things. What can I say? The detonation device. I'll take that risk.
Did it work? Are we safe?
The tunnels are collapsed.
Watch out. Something must have been close to the surface when the explosion occurred. It's breaking through.
And it's probably big. That's not that big.
Together, fight together.
Admiral Bakir. Hi, Admiral. How you doing? You're looking good.
Hold your ground. The order itself is at stake. Keep fighting, agents. It's getting weaker. You cannot defeat
Burn.
Whispers.
Burn. Oh, we got him. I do wish ANET would remove the level up yeet.
Friends and
Not sure whether they thought
companions,
that was
the
a
day
good
is
idea though.
ours. The Chantry is safe.
I
We
think
defeated
it was
these abominations
sort
because
of
we fight as one.
A throwback.
It's a proud day for the Order.
You're right, Master. Traherne and I spoke with the Pale Tree. She said with unity, many impossible things can be achieved. The Order of Whispers can't fight Zaitan alone. We may have the resources, but we don't have the knowledge, and we don't have the army. The other orders of Tyria are making futile plans to retake Claw Island. They will fail, unless we aid them.
Speak one word and the Priory scholars won't shut up for days. The Vigil's even worse. Those thickwits can barely form complete sentences.
Yeah, at least they can comb their
Wrong,
hair out
though.
of their eyes.
They're different, yes, but both have their own ways of fighting Zaitan. They could be our allies.
There are risks, but if you're sure the others will cooperate, it could benefit us. I trust you, Lightbringer, and I trust Traherne. Some years ago, he and I worked together to defeat my predecessor, who had been corrupted by the dragons. Since then, Traherne has kept my identity a secret. Go to the others, set up a meeting. Tell them that the Order of Whispers is stepping out of the shadows and wishes to collaborate.
Thank you, Master. I'll do everything I can.
Doopy-dee-doopy-doop-doop.
But I've done nothing to stop the devastation.
Let's see. A very slight improvement in numbers. So that means new dies. So much for Taffy. A coat we can't wear. A spear that is not as good as what we have. A shield that probably is better. 476 top. 522 top. Pistol. 580. Probably. Nope, not quite. Off by 3. Staff of 660. Yeah. We will salvage.
Power flow at 30%. Rerouting.
And we definitely need the mithrils. I am burning through mithril pretty quick. Making weapons to exchange for provisioners tokens. We're finished here. Well, let's go ahead. This is what we had. The taffy is a great color. I'm just I'm not enthused about it as a color for, plate armor. Let's see if we can get something a little more appropriate. Bright orange, say. Okay. Pastel lime, shadow green, and yellow lion. Yellow lion's a really good dye. Not awesome in this particular case, but then this is not a good look, as we might say. Out we go. We have almost out-leveled the storyline. Or almost out-storied my level, I should say. Join a gathering at Claw Island Pier. This is for retaking Claw Island, I assume? I missed. Off by 1 error. Oops. Let's see if I remember my numbers correct. I remembered my numbers correct. Okay. Yep, I had it the whole way. Don't worry, completely under control. Retribution. Back to Old Lion's Arch. Caps off for Old Lion's Arch.
So, I see Gix stumbled out of his library, and the Preceptor crawled out of her hole.
I see you're not letting rationality get in the way of your ignorance, Almora. How predictable.
Who are you calling ignorant, you twitchy little bookworm?
Wonderful. I see we're off to a running start. The Order of Whispers needs allies, not infants.
Kids, don't make me pull this pier over.
Enough bickering, all of you. Our real enemy lurks across the waves. Zaitan's servants march at the gates of Lion's Arch. We must band together, or we will all be destroyed.
When I joined my order, I swore to fight Zaitan. I will die for Tyria if I must. However, I believe that together, we can win. The Vigil has shown tremendous courage in the fight against the dragons. This alliance will require courage as well.
Why talk smack to Almora?
The Order
How about
of
we play
Whisperers
the
has
Ballad
seen
of
nations rise and fall.
Soulkeeper?
You cannot hide from this threat. You need to
That's
make
a
a stand.
Iceberg Saga prologue reference.
And who knows more about the dragons than the Priory? Just think of how much there is to learn. Where else but in Orr?
By the worlds of eternal alchemy, you're bold.
Yes, I am.
But you're correct. Knowledge is useless if it is not used. We shall aid you.
The Order of Whispers has worked for generations to bring nations together. We can do no less now. Our blades are yours.
The Vigil fears nothing, not even ill-tempered, undisciplined louts like these two. We'll join, but I insist there's a decent
Mr.
hierarchy.
Dreamy.
Who will lead this
Traherne.
compact?
Logic dictates that it cannot be a member of any of our orders, lest one be seen as above the other two. Quite a conundrum.
I've already considered that. Traherne, you've never joined an order, yet they all respect you. You've studied Orr all your life. Will you lead us?
I never wanted
Batman,
to be a
can
soldier.
I be your Robin?
I'm only a seeker of truth. But, yes, I will lead this pack to the gates of Arah, and together, we will see Zaitan destroyed.
Rah!
First, to Claw Island. Let us send our defiant message straight into the heart of Orr. Tyria stands as one.
I am gripped by your stirring speech.
All my life, I've watched Orr, studied it, researched the abominations that Zaitan spawns. I have avoided the challenge of my wild hunt. I hid, always claiming I was not yet ready. I did not think Orr could be cleansed. I feared failure.
Yeah, that's
But
because you're
right.
worthless and weak.
It is time to act. We'll either cleanse the land or return to it.
I am moved by your speech. Back to Lion's Arch. But not to Claw Island this evening, I think. That will wait. I will most likely be off tomorrow. I am, as you can tell, enjoying the fruits of the vine. Theoretically, actually, it's grain. In other words, I'm enjoying adult leisure beverages tonight. So I probably will not be on tomorrow, as I will be tired. Let's go with tired. So I should be back on Friday evening, and we will continue this. I will recapture Claw Island. May have to then level up to level 70 to open up the next batch of quests. Do some more of those. Maybe level all the way up to 80. And continue with the story when we finish up the core story. After we face Zaitan, it'll be on to Living World Season 1, then Living World Season 2, Heart of Thorns, Living World Season 3, Path of Fire, Living World Season 4, Iceberg Saga. And by then, I'll probably be 90. Anyway, I'm going to call it here for the evening. I want to thank you guys very, very much for hanging out, as always. Stream's not as good when there aren't anybody, hanging out and chatting. So, thank you all very much. Special thanks to Kate for piping in with some useful information tonight. I should be back Friday night at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you very much, Nod Knox. Good night to you. Early morning in Europe. Nod Knox. Actually, middle of the night in Europe. Very early morning in Asia and Australia. I'm back in a couple of days. I hope the rest of your Wednesday night goes great. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night tonight. Take care and ciao for